What if I told you that firm, lifted skin isn't just about genetics or luck? We are diving into the fascinating world of skin tightening and skin integrity, from breakthrough treatments to the simple daily habits that keep your skin strong and resilient. With me is Dr. Maureen Allem, founder of Skin Renewal, and Click's beauty brand manager, Amy Steenveld. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What age did you start doing skin tightening?
So I started realizing at about the age of 35 that I need to do something, that something was happening to my skin. But I think it was because I didn't, I wasn't aware, this is many moons ago, we weren't aware of sunblock and SPF and sun damage. And I was very sporty. I was tennis, swimming, hockey, and my skin took a beating. And then at about 35, I started actually using, because I'm a doctor, I started using a prescription strength retinoid. And I slowly started applying that. So that was my first foray into skin integrity and improving my skin. And thank goodness it was the right one.
Wow. Amy?
I think for me, it was really, my mom is absolutely, she always made sure hands and skin was the best thing that you need to look after. And from a young age, I could remember sitting in front of a little pedestal doing the skin. And I think from about being a student, that was so important for me to look after the skin. The SPF thing, to your point, was not a thing for me. So I always just made sure that I needed to cleanse, tone, wash, moisturize. And that was it. But I think it's so important that we need to make sure that we carry that message through and across as well. And especially in our world, in the Clicks world, we see younger consumers coming in and looking after their skin and asking the questions about skin, the products they need to use, the ingredients as well. So, yeah.
And as you get older, cleanse, tones, moisturize doesn't quite do it anymore.
anymore,
So,
absolutely.
Dr. Maureen, what treatments do you offer at Skin Renewal for skin tightening that if you need it later?
Yeah, so skin tightening, I love our triple tightening, and that's my go-to treatment if I want a quick, no downtime, minimal redness and amazing results. So we combine two technologies. We combine laser technology for laser tightening, and then we do the laser rejuvenation combined with volumetric radio frequency treatments. So that combination, together with a lifting peel, which contains a lifting ingredient, DMAE. So that combination is incredible, for also a bit of resurfacing. And then at the end, applying a peptide, because the skin's very receptive, once you've had these treatments. And just applying the peptide over the skin, a tightening peptide. And it's amazing, how you can see instant lift, instant tightening, instant radiation.
And from a retail perspective, what kind of skin tightening products are out there now that really work?
There is so many, but I'm just going to speak from the ones that I've used. So I use the AfriPure serum, which is new, the BioVine vitamin C. Vitamin C is big in our world, so very, very important as well. Solvay's got an even effect range as well with SPF 15 in there. And I think it is so important that we look at all the ranges that's available, especially I think after treatment and after effect as well. So you want to maintain that glowy plumpiness of the skin. The other one that we have is the IQ Derma Quench as well, which is very important.
Very important.
Absolutely. And then not forgetting in the Body Shop, they've got a vitamin C peel-off mask. Again, talking to vitamin C as well. So
yeah, that's my hero product as well. Yeah. So vitamin C, not only to help brightening and collagen stimulation, but you just place the vitamin C just under your sunscreen, creates an extra shield for the sun's radiation.
Oh, really? Just under your sunscreen?
Yes, you have to have it, yeah. And then because it absorbs all the radiation from the sun and prevents oxidative stress, which means, a breaking down of that collagen. So vitamin C is one of my hero products. I tell all my patients to start it as soon as possible. And then also hyaluronic acid. And at Skin Renewal, we make multifunctional products. So, the skinification concept that everyone's talking about, that's exactly what it's all about, multifunctional products. So in our hyaluronic acid, we don't have a normal hyaluronic acid. It's a 4D hyaluronic acid that penetrates deeply and lasts the whole day. And then we add peptides in it. So we've got a tightening smoothing peptide, which is our geraldine, which got the botulinum-like effect. And then we have another peptide called matrixyl that helps for deep wrinkles. So once again, you've got a multifunctional product. And then obviously at night, we've got our retinoids, in our brightening with vitamin A, which is a gram-active retinoid, which is one of the new retinoids that doesn't cause sensitivity. And then that combined with vitamin C once again. And we use, I don't know if you've heard of it, the new tetrahexyl vitamin C. I call it liver because it's like THD. It's a long name like this. So all the therapists say, Dr. Moore, your liver vitamin C, because that is also...
Absolutely.
There's a lot of options for skin tightening. There's treatments from Skin Renewal. There's the products. There's peptides,
retinoids,
but also the lifestyle. I mean, I think this is not spoken enough about, and managing your inflammation and managing your lifestyle. Dr. Maureen, what other use? Obviously, the sun. But what are the other factors that really cause the loss of elasticity?
Distinguishes us from all the other clinics out there, because when you come in for a consultation, it's all about the foundation of our anti-aging pillars. So we've got a whole, like a diagram which shows the foundation is lifestyle. So we quickly look at the guest form to see exactly what conditions our patients have, because many of them have hypertension, diabetes, or you've got a sleep disorder like sleep apnea. You have no idea how many people actually have a sleep disorder, but people are they bury their heads in the sand. They don't want to know about any sleep disorder like sleep apnea, which is really prevalent in society. Absolutely. And that destroys everything, because all your pillars start falling down. So it's lifestyle. We speak about nutrition, avoid the inflammatory foods. We speak about gut health. We speak about insulin optimization, inflammation, and most of the inflammation comes from the gut and what you eat, believe it or not.
And avoid sugars, alcohol, good sleep.
Absolutely.
Sugars completely gum up all these magical proteins in your skin, makes them hard and brittle, and they don't function anymore.
I mean, you see on the shelves now more sleep assistant products than ever before. Absolutely. It clearly is becoming a big priority for people. In this day and age, it is actually a really big challenge to get 100%. Good sleep in.
And no longer, what we found was no longer at a certain age, because usually you would find at a certain age, so whether it's 30 or more, that you would need these items, but we found that within the younger consumers as well, especially your students. And it's so important, and I'm glad that you brought that up as well, that not forgetting that you need to look at the gut health, you need to look at the lifestyle, you need to look at your nutrition, because all of that plays a part, because you can do all the treatments, you can use all the face creams, but it's so important to look at all of those as well.
And then also your hormones. As women, we have the added layer of, our hormones, loss of estrogen.
And unfortunately, women have a little bit of a whammy, because we slowly, those hormones slowly decline. So if you can do collagen banking, that's what we call it. That's where prejuvenation comes in, to start building up that collagen, because we know that you're going to have a steady...
Going to lose it as you get older. But also to make sure that you are supplementing with the right vitamins, the right supplements, the green teas, the green foods, to combat inflammation, but also balance your hormones.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, sorry, Cindy, to jump in there as well. I think for me, the big one is I start my morning with a green mint tea. Clicks Smart Bite. The other one is honey and ginger. It is so key that you don't forget to look after that and hydrate throughout the day.
Yes, don't start your breakfast off with carbs and sugar.
Yes.
If you're just setting yourself for a roller coaster ride of sugar up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
I've tried it once where you think, I'm going to have this because it's so delicious, and oh my goodness, the whole day you're looking for food because you have this slump.
And more importantly, the long-term effects on your skin. It actually affects the way you look because of the inflammation. So really, it's a holistic approach to skin tightening. Yeah. It's not just about going for the treatment at Skin Renewal, which also helps. I mean, people often ask me, how do you look so good? And I say, really, it's everything. It's what you eat, it's what you drink, it's how much you sleep.
The outside
and doing the treatments.
Prevents some damage in the first place. Do the treatments, do the topicals, and the inside is eat the rainbow, avoid sugar, avoid these inflammatory foods, sleep well.
What is your favorite skin tightening treatment?
That triple tightening, I told you. I had one about 10 days ago. It's incredible. You cannot believe I sit there, and our patients see me all the time, and then they'll say, what have you done now? What have you done now to your skin?
Triple tightening.
You just look amazing.
Cool. I think that name
It's a
just sounds
must.
amazing.
Yeah,
We all want
absolutely.
that.
I love everything triple.
absolutely
All
so
our
there.
products also include triple because it's got triple of everything in it.
Love it.
Emmy, what is your
Absolutely.
favorite tightening products?
At the moment, I am using the Sober Even Effect, the moisturizer, which I absolutely love, and the consistency of it as well. So I'm very big on consistency, and it's almost got a gel-like moisture, and it just feels like a little bit of holding it together. Absolutely love it. And then at night as well, I love my oils. Absolutely love my oils. And I think for me, it's also almost just sort of rejuvenating while you rest. So it's so important that while you're sleeping, while the skin's resting, just make sure that you feed it as well. To
It's
your
very
point
important
that
because
you
your skin
said.
becomes dehydrated during the night.
Absolutely.
And you know a tip that I've, because I've been doing a lot of research on our products, and what you do, you have to, like the last layer, you add like a ceramide. We have triple ceramide hydrating complex, and you put that on. You wait a few minutes, and then you put that on, so that not only seals the skin,
Absolutely.
it protects
love
your
that.
barrier. It helps protect your barrier against all the actives in the skin treatment, in the topical products like the high acids, the retinoids, and you have a
Those are so
much
key.
better result because it pushes those actives in
Yeah.
and seals
It
the
almost
skin
seals it.
and
Yeah.
prevents hydration. You can do that morning and night.
And I mean, we hear more and more now about how we lose moisture, even in our hair at night, sleeping on cotton. We should be sleeping on
100%.
silk
Absolutely.
and applying more products. And I love to apply as many products as possible
me
at
too.
night.
Yes.
And I
I'm
really
just
find
kind
it
of
works for
girly.
me.
Put
Yeah.
that ceramide on last step.
Ceramide last. And also, you're almost expected to know the name of these ingredients now. Look for them on your products. When you buy things, turn it around, educate
Do your
yourself,
homework.
do your
Absolutely. Yeah,
homework. I mean, it
100%.
is such a big part of your life. And when you look good, you feel
look
good,
good.
you perform better, you do better in the
Absolutely.
boardroom.
Absolutely. And I think the key for me as well is consistency. Because often we find we're going for the once-off kind of treatment, or I'm just going to kind of try this new product. But it's so important to be consistent with your ingestibles as well, with your lifestyle.
It's consistent.
With
You're
looking
quite
after
right.
your
It needs
skin.
consistency, and don't expect results in 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
It takes time. It takes time for the skin to make collagen. Some of the treatments, some of the acids do exfoliate quickly,
Yeah.
but it takes 120 days to make collagen, like I said earlier. So it takes time.
And then I know you both back me up on this, the importance of training, weight training. I mean, it seems like it doesn't have an
Absolutely.
effect on your skin. You don't think that the
You
two
know
are
what?
connected,
Yeah.
but they're completely connected, right?
Absolutely.
It's all
Yeah.
about building muscle. Everything's
Yes.
about muscle, because the more muscle you have, the more insulin sensitivity you have, the more sugar sensitivity you have. And they just recently did a trial where they took these women and they did weight training, just simple
Yeah,
weight training. It doesn't have to be heavy weights, just 3 times a week. And it actually increased dermal thickness. So that's quite incredible. So if you're not doing it for your health, if you're doing it for your skin, but when you do weight training, you're doing it for both.
Absolutely.
I'm going to call it my beauty training from now on.
Yeah, I know,
Beauty
no.
training, like even light weights, and just do that,
And
3
I
times
think-
a week.
Exactly. And I think for me, it's always the key is why. Why? I want to look good and I want to feel good. And I think adding to that as well is the holistic approach of your training and also your mindset as well. And that's where your weight training combined with your yoga and all of those little
Yeah, you
processes
see-
comes in as well.
So that's, I think, what sets Skin Renewal apart. We give patients, in the doctor-led consultation, no one does a treatment without seeing a doctor. And in that consultation, the doctor drops seeds for you, seeds of knowledge for you to take and go investigate for yourself to get you on the right path. Because no one's going to tell you, these, like no one ever tells anybody how do you sleep, or, you could have a sleep disorder. And I can see it almost immediately. And, that when a patient walks in, there could be this sleep disorder, because there are few sleep disorders that I identify. And you tell them and say, now go, I write it down, I say, now go look this up. And there's so much information out there. There's no excuse for ignorance.
No excuse. Thank
No
you,
excuse.
ladies.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Skin tightening is about so much more than just the treatments. It is about maintaining the integrity of your general well-being, weight training, sleeping well, cutting out sugars, and then obviously also using all the products, the treatments available, and making it a journey, because it's not something you want to fix right at the end. It is consistency and the importance of incorporating it into your lifestyle as a whole.